Hello everyone, my name is Mario for Ka Music and Dance, and welcome to the channel. So this video is about making apple crumble. Now I know I titled it a single man's apple crumble, but this could be for anybody. So for me, I was thinking about, well, I have an apple orchard just 5 minutes down my place, and I always like to support them by going there and picking and buying some apples. And that last year I gave them away, but this year I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll try making something with the apples that I pick, right? So I looked up like the apple crumble and all that, and I saw a bunch of recipes. Then I'm like, well, that's pretty cool, but I really don't have the time to make the crumble part and all that. So I figured, well, I could probably do the apples. It doesn't seem that difficult. It's not gonna take that long. And what am I gonna do for the crumble? Then I had a thought, so I'm gonna share that thought with you in a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. So first I'm going to use this cast iron frying pan. Okay. We're going to do it on the barbecue here. Okay. I got 6 apples that like I said, I bought at the orchard. I picked them by the orchard. We're gonna use maple syrup, and for the crumble we're gonna use Harvest Crunch. Okay, so now, as I said before, I've never made this before. It's my first time, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. The apples I saw on the other recipes I've been watching that they peel the apples and all that. I really don't have any desire to be peeling apples, so I'm leaving the peels on. And then so I'm going to go cut the apples with the peels on. And then I'll show you what happens afterwards. And you know what? I think at the end of the day, it'll be interesting to see how everything turns out. Now just remember, if you want to make it like the old-fashioned way, how it's supposed to be made, don't do it like this. Say how it's supposed to be made. This is just me trying something real quick to see if it works, eh? So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, so here we are. I got the apples all cut. Okay, and it's a good thing I didn't peel them, because after cutting one apple, I didn't want to cut 5 more. So for some reason, I'm not a big fan of doing that. So I got 6 apples in here, peels on. So now the barbecue, I'm going to have it about 400 Fahrenheit. The one woman in hers, she put her oven at 400. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm put it at 400, but I'm not going to light. There's just 4 burners, so I'm not going to light the ones right underneath the pan. I'm going to light the ones on the side, so it's not going to get direct heat, right? So, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to go with the maple syrup. So I'm going to go about, you can't see the cup on that side, but I'm going to go about half a cup. So it's about a half. The one woman, she used a quarter cup, so I'm going to try about half or whatever close to it. And I'm like, she used that, but you can use sugar as well. So I don't know if you got that, because my battery died on me. But I put about half a cup of maple syrup into the pan here with the apples. Hopefully you guys got it. So let's put it in there. Stir it up a little bit. So right now the barbecue is about 400 Fahrenheit. So that's where that one woman had her stove at, and she she cooked her apples like she did it. She did her apples first for about 30 minutes in like a cooking whatever, not a cooking sheet, but a cooking dish, right? So she did a half hour there, and then after that, then she put a crumble on top that she had made, and then she cooked it for the rest after that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try just 30 minutes here at 400, and see how it looks, how it turns out. So I'm going to put some tin foil over it. Yeah, so that's about it. Tin foil is on, and it's showing 400. So I'm gonna stick it in there. And don't slide it on like I just did it and knock the foil off. Okay, so we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for a half hour, and we'll see what happens. So we'll get back to you in about a half hour. So it's been about a half hour, so let's check it out. I kind of just pushed the top of it to see. I don't think it's cooked, but let's just see what happens. Yeah, it's not even close. So what I'm gonna do, hopefully it works. So I turned on the two burners underneath the pans. Now we got 4 burners going. So we'll try that for, let's say, I don't know, 15 minutes. Let's give it 15 minutes and see what happens. So anyway, so it's been, well, I did the half hour with only the 2 burners on the side running, but nothing in the middle. Then it's been 45 minutes now with the 2 burners underneath it running. So we're looking about an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let it go for another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna shut it off and let it sit for about 20 minutes before I try it. So technically, so it's gonna end up being an hour and a half, but I think if I would have had the 2 burners running for the whole time, it would probably be an hour. And that woman that I saw, she like cooked her apples first for 30 minutes, but then she put her crumble on top. And I believe she probably put it in there for another 30 minutes or something like that. So I'm probably in that ballpark if I would have run all 4 burners the whole time. But yeah, so the temperature now is like over 500 Fahrenheit. It's like almost 600 over here. So we'll just let it go for 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna shut it off and just let it sit there for about 20 minutes to see what happens. Hopefully it works out. If not, well, it was worth a shot. So anyways, see you in a bit. Okay, so here's the final test. So what I did is, so basically if I would have ran all 4 burners, I would have been an hour cooking, and then 20 minutes just letting just leaving it there with everything off, and then another about 15 minutes outside of there. So what I did is I put some in this bowl, then I took some of the Harvest Crunch, and I put it in that measuring bowl that I use for the maple syrup. I heat it up in the microwave for 30 seconds. And if this works, then it'll be better tomorrow morning when I heat everything up together. But for right now, I just need to heat up the Harvest Crunch, right? So then I just put it on top of the apples. So let's see if I wasted my money or not. So actually, it's not bad. The apples taste good. The only thing is that what I think it'll be better is tomorrow morning. What I'll do is I'll put like whatever I want for the harvest crunch, and I'll put the apples, and I'll mix them together. Then I'll nuke it for probably like maybe a minute. So at least then the harvest crunch would be mixed in with the syrup of the apple, and I think it'll probably taste better. But that's the only thing that I think that ain't working out so well is that the harvest crunch is almost like separate from the apples. Where if you did it properly, it would all be like all together, right? It would have been all baked together. But yeah, so it's not bad. But I think the real test will be tomorrow morning, and what I'll do is I'll film it again tomorrow morning and see how it tastes then, and I'll let you guys know what my final thoughts and feelings are. So anyways, we'll leave it there for now, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Hey guys, so it's now morning time. So what I did is I put less harvest crunch than I did yesterday, and more apples, then mixed it in together. So I got my microwave is a little not the most powerful one, so I put about a minute. I put it for a minute and a half. So let's give it a shot, see what I think. Well, you know what? It's actually pretty good. I think what I did better than yesterday is I put less of the harvest crunch, like I just said, and I mixed it in together. Then I heat it up, so at least it got heated up all together, and it's a lot better flavor. So, anyways, so obviously the old-fashioned way of doing it, making your own crumble and all that, is obviously a lot better, or better. I don't know if it's a lot better, but it would obviously be better. But if you don't have time for that, and you only got time to cut up a few apples, put some sugar, maple syrup in there, and leave it in an oven for, I guess, like I would say 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there that it's easy to find them, but yeah. So that's what so that's why I would suggest at the end of the day, leave it in an oven for about an hour, or barbecue the way I did it, whatever you prefer. And then, you know what I mean, then when you want to eat it, just mix in your harvest crunch, put it in the microwave for a little bit, and you'll be good to go. So anyways, hopefully you like this video, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.